Salute, everybody. This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. You have the thinking class. We are live today. Let's get it going and popping. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat room. I see you. I see you. Thank you so much for supporting the thinking class and all that we are doing here. This is where you get the expert level nice, and I don't say nice, but you get the game that's on a different level. This is not for the novice. This is not for the beginner. This is definitely for those who are in advance, who can understand how things really work. So let's get it going. This is when spirituality and the game combines. So today we are talking about, as we did on Monday, we're talking about the red pill. Shout out to everyone first in the chat room. Thank you for the supporting. Thank you for supporting with your likes and your comments. Thank you so much for the super chats, cash apps, all of that. I appreciate that. Oh, I forgot to send something over. Let me send this right here because I forgot to send a notification over. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So let me get to this right quick, because this is something I was thinking about, but then it hit today. It hit today, and I'm like, oh boy, let me turn this mic down because I got a little feedback. Then it hit today. Get the likes and the comments up. Let's get it going. So let's do some fundamental steps first when we talk about game. Let's get some things when we talk about game. You know, when we talk about game, we're talking about strategy. Like, comment, set up your, make sure if you want to get a personal consultation or a person coaching from me, you need to hit me on the back end, reach out to me, and you can get a personal consultation. Also know that this channel is driven by the support of you, the viewers. Let me emphasize that again. This channel is supported and driven by you, the viewers. So anything that you give or participate in giving definitely goes to further what we do here in the channel. And also too, as you know, we are breakdown. We're only doing 3 days a week of doing the channel, 3 days a week. There are information that I can't share on YouTube that will be on the back end on a paywall. It is going to, I got some stuff I can't even share. And it's for those who want to know the game on a different level. It is on a different level. So understand that it's the reason why we're called the thinking class. It's the reason why. And I'll explain all of that on the back end. But you want to make sure you be a part of the back end. It is definitely, let me emphasize it. It is a paywall. So information that's shared there is on a different level. Different level, something that you will not get on this end. So I talked to Jono yesterday. He's going to definitely be on the back end too. So we're going to share some things that we can't share here on YouTube that will advance you, especially this new level of game that I got now that I've been studying and putting into practice. Oh, it's not for the novice. It's not for the novice. So, you know, when we define game as strategy. Then we define game as understanding human nature, male and female nature, and understanding just basic psychology. The next thing we understand the game is what? Realizing that you are the chess player in this game. So when we talk about red pill, and I'm not talking about how everyone else talks about it on YouTube. We want straight definition of what red pill means. What does red pill? Because a lot of people have turned red pill into an occult. They don't say a cult. Yeah, turn it into a cult. They're making their talking points. They get stuck there. A lot of men get stuck in that place. And what happens is they don't know how to get out of this loop. So when I, Lawrence D. Adams, define red pill, I'm going by the definition that I have right here. And that's causing someone to have a perspective, their perspective drastically transformed, especially by introducing them to a new or typically disturbing understanding of the true nature of a particular situation. So that's how we define red pill. All this other stuff you hear out there, and people saying I'm red pill, black pill, all blue pill, green pill, yellow pill. No, this is how I'm defining red pill here. You need to have a clear definition of what red pill means, not what everybody's interpretation of what they thinking is. Foundation is very important when you understand what I'm about to lead up into. The next thing, when I talk about blue pill, if we were to look at blue pill contrary to, or to look at it at the definition I get given, is mainly to mean something that is hidden. Not you're not facing the truth of a matter. So a lot of people, men and women, are blue pill when it comes to the truth of a matter of what it really is. Let me emphasize that again. A lot of men and women, so we don't think I'm coming against the women. There's a lot of men and women who are just simply in blue pill heaven. If they wake up every day and they pop a blue pill. So when we understand this and bring it all around, we bring it about to what happened with Bishop Jakes. If you don't know who Bishop Jakes is, he's a prolific pastor in Dallas, Fort Worth area, who has a very prominent church. I've seen him speak in person before. Very good word. But something recently here went viral from something he said. And he said it to the women. And it shook the internet and it shook people up because how dare he say that? And it shook people up because reality of it is Bishop Jakes, not saying that he's red pill, but what he did was he brought a truth to women who are in blue pill, I would call it blue pill heaven. See, the reality of it is a lot of people, yes, a Potter House, right? One of the biggest mega churches in the nation, right? A lot of people, see, let me preface what I'm about to say. I grew up in church. I was there. And one of the things that I realized when we was there, I grew up in an era in church where they just told it like it is. What's going on, Monica? I was in the church. I grew up in a church where it wasn't no sugar coated. They told you like it is, and then the mothers got on the younger ladies about what they dressed, what they had on, how they need to carry themselves, and how to take care of their husband. That's the era I grew up in. I know it's the old era. We in a new era. We need a new space when it comes to this, this whole church and things like that and how the nation is. But that's the era I grew up in. The mothers would pull the younger ladies aside. That baby, you might want to put a slip on with that. Baby, that dress is a little bit too high above your knee. That's where I grew up in. Brother, you might want to get this together because what you have, that ain't right. They will correct you. But we're in a place where people don't want to be corrected. They rather live and die in a place of what? Having their blue pill. Please understand, that's the era. So for me to have this perspective, that's what I'm used to. And then just to take it a little bit further, I went to a Pentecostal apostolic church where they were even more stricter. So it wasn't some things you were going to do. So please understand my background. Let me say that again. Please understand my background and where I'm coming from, how I'm presenting this. So it was like, it is what it is. And the era I grew up, it was either this holiness or hell. That's how it was when I grew up. Either you get it right, or hell is going to be your place. I'm just telling you my background, how I grew up in. It was about living right. But what has happened is we're in a generation or era when people only want to, in the concept of the Matrix, the movie, not what you see on YouTube, everybody using a different concept. The concept of the Matrix, Neil was given two options, the blue pill and the red pill. What, the red pill or the blue pill? So what has happened is, and I'm going to play the soundbite from Bishop Jakes. He gave the red pill or the unadulterated truth about what is going on between men and women. That's the problem. So allegedly, I don't have proof. I don't have documentation. I wasn't there at the church. Allegedly, please understand it so nobody can come and sue me. He said this about Bishop Jakes and this and that. No, I said allegedly. After this sermon has aired, allegedly, half of his congregation or his attendance has been cut in half. That's allegedly. So that speaks volumes, not just to women, but to people in general, that they don't want to hear the truth of the matter. They rather swallow a lie and die in it than hear the truth and live. So I want you to get what I'm saying. So I'm going to play this little soundbite. Let me set it up from so you guys can be on the same page of what I'm going to have to preface it. I got to get it together first so everybody's on the same page because, we're in an era when people don't want to tell the truth. Let's be honest. The truth, the people don't want to hear the truth. They rather tell them a lie because the truth is going to reveal who they are. So let me get this set up right quick so everybody can see we're on the same page. And I know some people, oh, you getting on the women and this and that, but this applies to men and women. Because some of these guys who did that didn't even blink to even support what he said. Because this is how they really feel. So let's set this up right quick. Let me set this up right quick. Make sure everything is dressed. And here we go.
Breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men.
Stop right there. We have been raising in the culture women to be men. Well, wait a minute. This is breaking social and economical what? Problems, because we've been raising women to be men. This is just a red pill in the context of what they use it. Truth. We've been raising women to what? To be men. Let's go to the next thing, what he said.
And you are not applauded for your femininity.
Women are not applauded for their femininity. Something I've been teaching over here for the longest. A lot of women are not praised for their femininity. They're not revered for their femininity. It's because it almost become a disdain for a woman to be feminine. It's almost looked as femininity. You can like it or not. A lot of times they look at femininity as being what? Weak. And I keep saying the most feminine woman is one of the strongest women there is. So women are not praised for their femininity. Women are, what's going on, man? A lot of women are not praised for their femininity. It's something to see a woman who is feminine. Thank you. 2 Timothy 4:3 says what? It says what? Come on. This is good right there. Says people will surround themselves with teachers that tickle their ear. Come on. So a lot of women are not praised for their what? Femininity. Let me see this thing. Let's go.
Are applauded in the contemporary society.
Let me get the thing stopped. But this is so true. We need to praise women for their femininity. I just don't get it why we miss that. What's going on, Sweet D? What's going on? Okay, good. It's set back up. Let's get this back. Let's get this back on the screen. Let's get this back on the screen. Because I got to talk about that. All it is was a red pill truth.
Tough, rough.
Okay, let's get.
This breaks all sociological order. This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men.
Let me run this back until this thing catch up, because it's not catching up on the screen, and I like stuff to be in order. I am a man of excellence. Let's get this back.
This breaks all
sociological on the screen. Let me get this on the screen because I want you to really get this. Really get this. Let me stop the broadcast on this. Boom, stop, and then restart it again. Start it. Boom, because it's not picking up on the screen like I want it to. But I want you to really get this. Really get this. Really get this. Okay, here we go. The most powerful thing a woman can do is walk in her femininity. It is the most attractive thing a woman can do. Let's see if this catches us now.
Logical orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
Whoa. So you see the depth, the words that he used to define the modern day woman. Rough, rough, tough, mean. I'm adding some more. It's hard to deal with. But at the end of the day, we losing our families. Monica, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You said it, Monica, right there. I see it. I see in Yahoo. It says, for without a dog and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers, idolaters, and whoever loves and make lies. Revelation. Come on, y'all over there. You already know. Men are becoming more feminine and women becoming more masculine. Come on. So it's a whole flip that's going on. It's a whole flip that's going on. So when Bishop Jakes, shout out to him if you're listening, brother.
I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy.
So even he's talking about the economical side. You can buy your own house, you can buy your own car. Okay, great. But at the end of the day, we're losing our family. It's just a red pill truth. It's a red pill truth. That's all it is. It's a red pill, what? Truth. Let's go to the next part.
You can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
Whoa. So we got to look at this. This red pill truth. All it is, revealing the truth of the nasty truth about what it is. Guess what? Yep. The nasty truth of what it is. And he didn't say all women. He's talking about some women. That's what most people get in their feelings about. This is the reason why they didn't like Kevin Samuels. Just cut through the chase. Please understand. If the man doesn't feel that he has a place of need, why should he show up? What can he do for you when you are taking care of every single thing? What does he do? You don't need him. You, the man and the woman. And like Monica said, a lot of men have become feminine and a lot of women have become masculine. And until there's a need, this going from what he said, guess what? Until a man is really, there's a need there. How can he even want it? How can he? A man needs to feel wanted. And this cut through the chase. A man needs to feel wanted. And if he doesn't feel wanted, he's going left. He's gone. And so what has happened is when Bishop Jakes spoke this red pill, according to the definition that I gave, not what you hear everything else, the definition I gave, guess what happened? A lot of women or a lot of people in this church allegedly the following weeks did not show up. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why did they not show up? The problem is this, and I want you to really let me switch my screen because I really got it. I think that's about, let me see if Bishop Jakes say anything else.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
Oh, man. So that's the card. Let me get to the screen because I really want you to get this. This is the problem that we got. The problem is this. We got a lot of men, we got a lot of people who want the truth, but can't handle the truth. So they fight back because they're fighting internally with their blue pill mentality. So let's with the blue pill mentality in the context of what I'm saying, the blue pill mentality is only to hide you from the truth of the matter. And so we would look allegedly, if people did not show up after this sermon or because it went viral, it's because they don't want to face the reality of how it really is and what's going on between men and women. Plain and simple. They do not want to face the reality that this is how it really is. This is what men are thinking. This is how men are viewing it. This is, and the reality is to To the same extent that men have been hurt by red pill or they realize the reality of red pill, it's the same thing that happens to women. It's the same thing that happens to women when they find out the truth of the matter of how it really is or how men are really viewing them, how they really see things. They have two options. They can face the truth and say, you know what? Let me make the adjustments. Or I can go the other way and I'm going to fight everything that you're saying because it's going against everything I was brought up to believe. So the fight is really between the beliefs inside of you of what's going on. So that's the real issue. So the problem, if allegedly a lot of people didn't decide to go back to Bishop Jakes' church because of this, apparently because of this viral video, it is an indication that a lot of people do not want to hear the truth. They rather live with a hidden lie than to face the truth of the real matter. That's why I put the title, Bishop Jakes Spoke a Red Pill Truth and Women with the Women in the Blue Pill Mindset. That is the truth of the matter. It's the same way that men find out about the red pill, the truth of the matter, of how things really is, and they become hurt and despondent, and they turn and they say, I don't like women, I hate women, I ain't gonna deal with no woman no more, because they found out how the truth of how the nature of women are, and they can't handle it. It is the same thing that happens when women get red pill. So don't think men only want to get red pill. Women get facing the truth of what it is. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. The issue that they really had with Kevin Samuels, because he was red pilling men and women, was his tonality and his delivery, because it was so much for a lot of women that they, of course, a woman's going to process first with her emotions and then with her logic, that they couldn't get past their emotions to digest the truth that Kevin was talking about. So what they did was to retaliate. They said, let me go after him and use ad hominems. Let me use shaming tactics. Let me use deflection, because I don't want to face the truth of how it really is. So the cover was his tonality, the way he said things. No, if we were to get past the way he said things, because somebody done said something to you sideways before, but it was just the truth. So what happens is most people do not want to face the truth. That is red pill. And that's why I'm saying life after red pill. No, we're not going there. We're not going there, Monica. I'm not going there with that one. No. Men have misused women for a long time without being corrected or challenged, and women shift out. No. We're not. No. And you know I love you. No. Both men and women have been mistreating each other. We're not going to play that side right there. And I got nothing but love. We go back like collard greens and cornbread. But we're not going to go there and say men have been mistreating women for so long. No. Men and women, that is the truth, have been mistreating each other for the longest time. Until we face that fact, we're going to still be in this blue pill mindset and hiding the truth. That's just the honest to God truth. Men and women have been mistreated each other. No, we're not. No, we're not going to play that divide that women have been mistreated for so long. No, men and women have been mistreating men for a long time too. Cut down the middle, tell it like it is. And it's nothing but love, but I got to tell the truth. That is red pill. No. But the statement said, no. It is both sides have been doing each other wrong. They have been doing each other wrong. Now that men have been saying, hey, wait a minute, sister, you have been doing something wrong. It's a problem now. It's both sides have been doing. That is the red pill. And Monica, I feel you. I know. We like I said, we go back like collard greens and cornbread. But we got to be honest about this. Women have been doing men wrong too. No, 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 Monica. Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to say it just like this. I'm not going to be partial to men and women. I'm saying men and women have been doing each other wrong. Nope, nope, sorry, nope. Not going for that one either. I love y'all. We go back like collard greens and cornbread too. But no, men and women have been doing each other wrong. I'm not going to be saying that it just started just yesterday. No, men and women been doing each other wrong. That we can go, nope, 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 nope. Nope. I know it sounds like I'm being bullheaded or I don't know what I'm. No, I hear both sides. Have men have done women wrong, but I also hear that women have done men wrong. And you can't say, well, the reason why the women did something wrong is because the men did something to them wrong first. It's always going to be the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. No, I know, but it did not include that. No, don't, no. You're talking about if we were to take that statement, we would say will be white men, not black men. So we need to agree. No, y'all not going to do that. It is both. Until we address that it is both of them, then we're going to constantly stay in the blue pill. We're never going to take to the red pill. And then we would never get into the real. No, there ain't no failure to understand. I understand exactly what I said, and I stand with that. It is both. Until we address and say men and women have been messing up each other, this is where we miss it at. We cannot. This is the problem right there. Men and women have been doing it both wrong. Do you know how many times women have cheated, misused? I seen something recently. This young lady was talking to her grandmother. She said, yeah, you didn't know I've been cheating on your grandfather for over 30 years. 30 years. So we're not going to say that this just women just started. No, we're talking about women and men. No. So no, right down the middle, cut right out the middle. And I understood your statement completely. And it's not even an attack. It is what it is. If we do not address that men and women have been doing each other wrong, we're going to be at a stalemate because we got to realize it's easy for either side to play the victim. But then that's when we face the truth of the matter. Then once we get past the truth of the matter, then we can walk into real game. See, the problem is we find out the truth, but we don't know how to move to the game. And I mean game, not playing tricks and game. No, the game. Life is a game. So until we address that men and women have done it wrong, we always going to be at a stalemate because someone's going to always say, I need to play the victim. You cannot get out of the blue pill mindset, things that are hidden, or face the truth of the matter until you realize I cannot play the victim and no one can take my power away. So I love my two sisters, but I had to say it. I had to cut down the middle, and I didn't misinterpret. It wasn't misunderstand. We need to understand. No. Equally so, women have been mistreating men also. Until we address that, we can say grape, we can say this, we can say that. Until we address that, we're going to always it's always going to be at a stalemate because we have to face the fact that we have to own our own what? We have to own what we do to others. No, I disagree. Completely disagree. I disagree. Because now we're comparing apples to oranges. Wrong is wrong. I feel like my old holiness preacher, Bishop Stanley Horton, and the ones I grew up in, the apostolic and Pentecostal. Wrong is wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Correct. Now, what do we do? If we find out the truth of what's been going on, we need to first, thank you, solution. We need to first say, we need to come to the place of, if we find out the red pill about this situation, if we find out the red pill about this situation, and we face the ugly truth that men and women have messed up each other, the ugly truth of it, then we need to come to the place of, where have I, personally, gospel of responsibility, where do I need to do to understand how I have wronged women? Or as a woman, how have I wronged men? It needs a place of understand truth, then understanding, then wisdom. Game. Wisdom is game. Face the truth of the matter. Yes, women have been doing it. Yes, men have been doing it. Now let's get some understanding. Where have I did people wrong? Because you may have thought you were doing something right, but it might have been wrong. It might have been wrong. It might have been wrong to the other individual. That's where understanding and empathy comes in. That's until we address that. It needs to be in a certain group. There needs to be a sit down with men. You know what? I understand that I have this thought or these ideas or philosophy about men. I'm talking about the women that are wrong, and I've been executed them. Men have this same thought and this belief system about women that are wrong, and I have wronged women. I have women have wronged men. Until we come to that place, we can never come to a valuable or solution that we can walk past. It must come to a place where we listen more, listen and understand the other person. That is the solution. Then we come into out of the red pill, out of the blue pill, into understanding interactions between men and women. Yes, we think differently. Yes, we respond differently. Yes, we calculate things differently. But it says in the Bible, it says, dwell with your mate dwell with the person according to understanding. Dwell with the person with understanding. That's the thing we're missing. We have to deal with people according to understanding. That's why the game I want to share offline behind the closed doors is going to be phenomenal. In order to get to find out the truth, when you find out the truth of something, then you can dwell in a place of understanding. It's easy to poke the finger. I can poke the finger at women for days. I can create a channel that talk about women, how they ain't no good, they cheaters, they're liars, they slept with a cousin, they slept with this and this and that. I can do that. I'll probably get a ton of likes. I'll probably get 100 views of how bad women are. If I were to create a channel bashing women, I'll probably get a great channel if I bash men. But if we don't face the fact that we have been living a lie, that we are the one in the mirror that is jacked up, we're never going to get to the place of understanding the real game. Yeah, please understand this, and that's the thing. That's what dwelling with understanding, where you don't feel attacked and you don't feel like someone's belittling you. But at the same time, let me be very clear. Don't be coming either side with no sugar honey iced tea or with some BS. That's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it. Because you know, people come with BS to try to, not saying anyone in this chat room because I'm looking away. People come with BS and try to give you and tell you it's a ham sandwich that they just made, and they know it's BS. The truth, red pill, in the context of what I used it, is only telling the nasty, dirty truth about the matter. The problem is that's why I gave my definition of what red pill is. Not what everybody else is saying and not what everybody else is thinking. I give the purest definition of red pill. Understanding the truth. No, I didn't get me. Understanding the truth. Understanding the truth. So the thing that we have to understand, once we get the truth, and it's shocking to our systems because it goes against our belief system, is the next thing to do we have to do is what? Let me get some understanding. Let me take some time and understand myself and then understand other party. Understand where they're coming from. Many times we're so eager to push our agenda, our hurts and our pains and our disappointments with the opposite sex that we don't take time to listen to what they are going through. We don't take time to listen to what the other party is going through. That's where grand game come in. That's where game come in. So what Bishop Jakes said in that dialogue, stirred up the pot so much that allegedly it affected his attendance at his church. The reality of it is, regardless if it was a man or a woman, most people don't want to face the truth of the matter. See, most people don't want to face the truth. They rather live in a lie that everything is McDonald's, fairy tale, Disney World than face the truth. If your breath stink, your breath stink. Man or a woman. I didn't been with some women, their breath smell like puppy chow. This is the key here. The truth has no feelings. Truth has no bearings on what you think. Truth is emphatically what it is, whether we like it or not. That's what we understand. That's why I'm using prefacing red pill purposely, but truth has no bearings on what we feel or what we like. It is what it is. What's going on, Trav? Whether we like it or not. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about the context of which I use red pill. Red pill is just the truth, the dirty down truth of what it is. How do we get past that? Once you face the truth about something, then you have to get to the place of understanding so that you can walk in wisdom. Understanding. Then you walk in wisdom because now you have the truth of the matter. Let me say that again. Once you get the understanding of what's going on, you have the option to stay in your delusion, or you have the option to go what? Into the wisdom of the truth of what you heard. Most people they want the wisdom, the game, but they don't want to face the truth of the matter. So in the case of Bishop Jakes, he gave the truth of the matter of what he said that most men, in reality, what he said, most men don't want to be needed, don't feel needed because why? In this context of what he said, he's saying what? There's no room for me. There's no room for the man. There's no room. And that most women have been raised to what? To be masculine. And most of all, he said what? Women are not celebrated for their femininity. Women are not what? Celebrated. In this chat that I always do, you have never ever heard me talk down talk down that women shouldn't be masculine. Please understand. Let me bring this to you. Get this. What's going on? Try and bring this. The red pill should be minimized. The BS women brings and give you a superpower. We should be allowed to focus on bigger picture, not the truth. The red pill is just simply understanding the truth of the matter. All these additives and preservatives and everybody put in there. No. So I want everybody, I want to understand what happens is, like with men and women, once you hear the truth of something, it automatically throws your emotions into a whole frenzy because you thought what you knew was the truth. It's like finding out that Santa Claus ain't real. That's what happens. Once you find out that Santa Claus ain't real, you're like, oh, shoot, I've been thought all my friends told me that Santa Claus is real. Once you find out the truth, you can't blame, well, it's Santa Claus' fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's not everybody. No. You found out the truth. And most people get mad at their parents and they get mad at Santa Claus because they found out the truth. That's why I'm saying this. That is the reason why I brought up Bishop Jakes. He brought up red pill truth. Most people can't get past the hurt of the truth to walk in understanding and then into wisdom, which I call game. I remember reading The Power of Femininity by Michelle McKinney. Things I knew but not always did because I had to be my own protection. Right. Okay. Come on. Truth. Now, most people think they have all the truth. Right. You can't have all the truth. Many get emotional and don't stay in the place of understanding. Ooh. Oh my. There you go. And I teach the game. I really teach. I can't teach it now on this YouTube streets because most people be like, oh, wait a minute. I knew the truth of the word, and I knew the truth of red pill or pill stuff, period. I have understanding enough to know that it's not the place for me. No. Please understand. Please, Renee, let me repeat this. When this channel, the thinking class, speaks about red pill, we are speaking in the context of not what everybody else says. Not how everyone misused the context of what it means from the movie, of what they made their interpretations from. Please understand. Please let me emphasize the definition again, because I want y'all to really get this, because I think this is the problem. We have no foundation on what we're talking about. Red pill in itself means this: causing someone to have their perspective drastically transformed, especially by introducing them to a new or typically disturbing understanding of a true nature of a particular situation. I don't know about anyone else. I'm not talking about any other red pill channels. I'm not talking about black pill channel. I'm not talking about blue pill channel. I'm not talking about purple. I'm not talking about yellow. I'm giving you the straight definition for the thinking class. This definition, how many people misuse it, that's on them. That's why it's so important. Once you hear the truth, you get understanding. That means you're not driven by your emotions. Then you can walk in pure wisdom. So that's I'm not talking about anybody else. I ain't talking about. Thank you. There we go right there. There it is right there. Most people, I think people get caught up with the title red pill and blue pill and just take it as truth versus deception. Thank you. That's this, all the other definitions and how people use it. They're trying to use it to do this. I didn't mention no man. No, it doesn't mention man or woman. Let me read this definition again. This is the straight definition. Causing someone to have their perspective drastically transformed, especially by introducing them to a new and typically disturbing understanding of the true nature of a particular situation. This has nothing to really do with male or female and has everything a faceless fact of what it is. You cannot let me say this. And I'm gonna do this. Let me say 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 this. You really cannot exercise true game, as everybody want to do game, until you have faced the truth of the matter. You cannot exercise true game until you face the truth of the matter. I understand, Monica. I understand. You cannot face the truth. You cannot walk in pure game until you face the truth of the matter. I know all my contemporaries and people who agree and don't like me on whatever, look at your number. Until you face the truth of it, you cannot walk in real game. I'm so adamant about that. I'm adamant about that. No, this is not to keep us, and this is not the dialogue. I disagree, Monica. This is not the dialogue to keep us divided. It is the dialogue that we get understanding, that neither side can play the victim. Neither side can say, hey, is we going through all of this. Then if a man says that we went through all of this, we need to get understanding on both sides. So it's not divisive. It's not divisive. It is not divisive. This is the conversation so that we get understanding. When I understand as a man, when I understand the historical side of what women have gone through, why they have this ideology that they have to be independent, why they have to be the provider, when they have to be the protector. When I understand what they're going through, when I understand her mindset, then guess what happens? I can approach her from a place of truth and say, you do not have to do that anymore. Let your arms down. Put down your weapons. Let's work together. And then when a woman understands the side of the man, of how men, particularly black men, have been oppressed just like the black woman inside of this nation, then we can come to a place and say, aha, we're fighting each other when we should be fighting together. Until we get to the place of understanding and saying what I went through was more than what you went through. And what you can't say that. Can't say that. So the goal is to keep us divided, is to not get us on a place of understanding into wisdom so that we can work together. That's why when Bishop Jakes brought this red pill, and I'm calling it out red pill truth, as just the truth of the matter according to the definition I gave, it was shocking to some people because you know why? They were in a blue pill way of thinking. Send it up. There's no problem. So you understand, I am not talking, I'm make sure I emphasize this. I am not talking from the point of red pill that's used in other communities. This is where people miss it at. This is where most people miss it at. This is where most people, this is more most people missing at. It is not taught. I gave the clear definition of what red pill from the movie, not from YouTubers and everyone else, what it means. It is too, and you got to understand when people, the danger of drugs is this. The dangers of drugs is this. There's always a generic of the drug that you're getting, and there's always, or there's additives. What happens is when people hear the truth and there's additives to it, it messes up their system. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you understand, please understand, this is deeper. Thank you, Unique. It's deeper than a pill. It's deeper than a blue pill, yellow pill, green pill, this and this and this and that. That's the reason why I put it out there. It's deeper than a pill. I wish people would get that. It's deeper than saying, I'm blue pill, yellow pill, green pill, black pill, this and this and this about black pill, black pill. All that stuff is just, to me, it's all folly to me. It's all a bunch of BS. That's why I gave the thinking class comes from a place of pure definition and pure of what it stands on. Some people like crack cocaine. Some people like to get it in their cigarettes. What do they call them? Primos. Some people want pure cocaine. And sometimes the dose that's given out is too strong for some people. Yes. So that's, please understand. And this is no attack against Monica, Sandra, Renee, anybody in the chat room. Please understand, I have created an environment for men and women. Kenosha, same thing. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, till we get to the place of understanding, so we realize that there has to be, see, this the other side of it. Until we, which most people are, because I want to teach this game, I got to teach it behind the scenes. Most people's interest is only about them. Thank you. Tell them, please, we have nothing but love for the ladies over here. Please understand. We have you. I got somebody I got in the wings who's coming in from Dominican Republic. She's going to come up. Not today, but she's coming up. Guys behind the scene know who she is. They've seen her. She's coming from the Dominican Republic. She's going to give some insight. I have Sandra up here. I have Monica up here. Please understand. Please understand. This is the place where you grow. And sometimes in the place of, if your bone has been growing incorrectly as a child, what they have to do is break the bone so that she can grow straight the correct way. What happened is a lot of people have their bones been growing incorrectly when it comes to relationship with each other. And it needs to be broken so that it can go in the right direction. With this being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. You guys got me at 153. False evidence is seeming real. So please don't get caught up on the pill. Yeah, we got nothing but love for the women over here. Yeah, y'all didn't got no rich? Yeah, I'm going to get him in there. We got nothing but love. Please understand, but nothing but love for the women. I am not the one. I don't got time for that. Y'all can have all them other channels. All them, I call all the channels. I call them the, what do I call them? I call them the Jurgens channel, who just want to jerk off to information. Y'all can have them channels. So you had to go back to the basics instead of talking about the issue here. Yeah. Let me say that again. Let me say this again. You can have all those Jurgen channels, people masturbating to content and hate no women, and I'm mad at women. These women ain't nothing. I don't want to do it. All that, you can have all that. This is not the place here. This is not the place here. There's too many people you can have that. Not here. But what we're gonna do is we gonna cut it right down the middle and tell it like it is. We're gonna cut it down the middle and tell it like it is. With that being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. Like, comment. I know. Oh yeah, I didn't. Thank you, my dude down in Atlanta, GA. Let me get this, because this is what happened. Then thank you. That's what. Don't. This ain't the channel for that. Thank you, Sandra. Appreciate that. Yeah, I can say I appreciate that, Ellie James. Really. And this is the thing. Let's understand. Let me say this. Let me say that. And I gotta go. Y'all got me out here. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for it. Don't expect everyone to agree. We're not going to agree 100% on everything. You're not supposed to. Please understand this game I'm giving. This is free game. I gotta go for the cry, baby. For everybody wants to cry. Let me say this. You're not supposed to 100% agree with no individual. If you do, you are not a person who's thinking. You're not supposed to agree 100% with one individual or one thing. You should, my thank you to my father. Father taught me that. You need to go study for yourself. You're not supposed to agree with 100% with somebody. Agreeing 100% is the time that a man, yep. You cannot agree with, some things I do not agree with some people. I do not agree. It's nothing you can say, I don't agree. Men, woman, cat, dog, mouse, whatever it is, roaches, I don't agree. Until you understand that there's some things that you will not agree, no matter how much truth there is, no matter what they say, because you may not be at the level to receive that level of truth. So you may not agree, but you got to be able to say, you know what? I don't agree on that, but it doesn't change my relationship with you. People got to get to that point. You cannot expect everybody to agree. I don't agree with everybody. I agree with everything with my dad. I agree with everything with my mom, sister, brother, cat, dog. I can't agree with everybody. When I was in a relationship, there's not some things I didn't agree with her, but that didn't mean I dismissed her because I didn't agree with her. That doesn't mean I put her down because I don't agree with her. It doesn't mean I said she ain't nothing. She below me. She got to understand I'm the man around here. No, I just did not agree. Same thing on these YouTube streets. You're not going to agree with everyone. You're probably not going to agree with everything that I say and how I handle it and what I do. Okay. Can we go to the next level? Anybody, let me say this, and Sandra, you prompted this right here. Anytime you 100% agree with someone and you do not question it, you need to step back and say, what? Did I really think this out? Exactly, Eddie. I can't front with people that I can't teach or learn from. Come on. But you don't always have to state your disagreement. Correct. That's what you say right there. That's something I got to talk behind the scenes. I got to talk about that behind the scenes. That right there. That's game. You do not what? You do not have to always state your disagreements. That's game. I got to teach behind the scenes for that one. That's behind a paywall. Trust me. That's behind the paywall. You do not, if I were to, man, I want to say it so bad. You do not have to state your disagreements all the time. I promise you, you got to understand it's strictly business. Yeah, go fact check. I can be wrong. What I'm saying can be incompletely wrong. People have to learn to agree to disagree. I like when many disagree with me. I will question and ask question. Yes, there's some people I just don't agree. Yes, that's game. I want to share it on here, but I got to put it behind the paywall. But the music is coming on. I gotta go. You guys, y'all have a good one. This is Lawrence. See you Friday. Peace. This is a good broadcast today. Like, comment, share, stir it up. Hit the cash app. Hit the super chats. We're going behind the paywall. I'm warning everybody. We're going behind the paywall. We out of here. We out of here. We out of here. We out of here. We getting out of here. We going behind the paywall. If I was to get that game here, most people couldn't handle it. Got nothing but love for y'all. This is Lawrence D. Adams. I hope I didn't ruffle your feathers. Got all the ticks off of you. If you want to go to that, all that stuck in the red pill and jerking off, this ain't the channel for you. If you're looking to bash women, this ain't the channel for you. This ain't the channel for you. As the words of my grandfather, let me drop the music. Don't get mad. Thank you. In the words of my grandfather, don't get mad. Just what? Leave. Don't get mad. Just leave. Don't get mad. Just leave. In the words of my grandfather, this ain't the channel for you. You want to complain and talk about what women ain't doing and what everybody else ain't doing, and this one ain't that, but you hate women. This ain't the channel for you. We love the women. If you want to be a simp and all like that, this ain't the channel for you. I gotta cut this off. I gotta cut this mic off. I gotta cut this mic off. In the words of Monica, let's come together. Let's come together. I gotta go. All these people talking. Thank you, Monica. You done stirred the pot up today. I appreciate that. Oh, I gotta cut this off. Glad y'all can't see me.